guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are here on the stage at the New York Auto Show. The mighty return after being not in existence for about 3 years now, but guess what? Lots of excitement. We had to come by the Chrysler booth because of this vehicle right here. This is it. This is that Chrysler Airflow concept. But before we get into this electric vehicle concept idea, let's talk about what's going on here. Chrysler. They've been around since about 1925 and making such gains in the auto industry. I know a lot of people were wondering what would happen with the brand as we go through the 21st century, but you know what? Something special is taking place in that industry, and that's all about electrification. With this vehicle, this is meant to be that example of what Chrysler designers, engineers, and everybody that does the tech side wants to possibly bring to market to kind of show off what the brand could do. Now, looking at this vehicle, you might say, wow, it's got an interesting shape. Is that a crossover? Is it a compact? Is it a midsize? Is it a sedan? Something that they really wanted to focus on is to make something extra unique, because you look at the EVs today, of course everybody on the tip of the tongue has the name Tesla, but a lot of the major brands, especially the big three, are going into that field of the industry to really showcase what they could do. So what I want to do is, this vehicle was originally first unveiled at CES this year in Las Vegas, but this is a special touched up edition to really kind of bring that New York vibe and show some other examples of excitement with this whole idea. So let's go ahead, let's dive into the Chrysler Airflow concept and see if you think that this is a vehicle that Chrysler should definitely build and you would want to buy and drive each and every day. Let's go ahead and check it out. Right off the bat, you'll notice the shape and you'll notice the name Airflow. Don't think that that was something that was just thought up recently. Airflow has a connection with Chrysler, and it goes all the way back to the 1930s. Think about it. In the Great Depression, things are going on, but you know what? Chrysler revolutionized the auto industry with the Airflow design. Really made it stand out from the rest of the pack, and when you're looking at this concept, that's what you're gonna find today. So you're gonna, of course, have full LED lighting. I love the way they really shaped not only the headlight housing, but you'll notice all the intricate detail within that housing there. Underneath it is gonna be your daytime running lamp. Now, what's gonna be one of those things that obviously comes with an electric vehicle is knowing how much is charged, how charged is the battery. Within this strip of lighting, they're gonna have coloring LED light that actually illuminates to let you know how charged the battery is. It's great thinking like that mixed in with the great shape. Working your way down, you're gonna notice the LED lighting, horizontal bars in this lower area, really kind of has that great shape. And when we're talking about airflow and we're talking about streamline, you may think of sports cars like that old, remember the Dodge Viper? That was important to have some aerodynamic efficiency, but with EVs, that's also important, because if you could be that hot knife that goes through air like butter, you know what? That's where you're gonna be able to help extend that range. Now, as you come towards the front, the way that the hood meets nicely with that faux grille area, you're gonna get a forward-facing camera, the Chrysler badging, of course, how it illuminates, and you can see the overall shape, how it extends out. I'm glad that they didn't do gloss black. I'm really digging the material and the texture that they used, especially as you drop down and you'll notice in the lower section. Now at CES, this vehicle was bright white. Now we have this galaxy metallic black finish, really sparkles like a black diamond underneath these show lights here. As we get up onto the hood, low slung hood. Remember, low coefficient of drag. We want that air to just kind of flow around effortlessly. You have the folds come up, go right nicely into the A-pillars. And then as we come around the bend, here's something where they really knocked it out of the park. Check out these wheels. 22 inches in diameter. Love the dark gray metallic with that cypress copper bronze coloring going on. You have fully cross-drilled, slotted, and ventilated rotors, and obviously that Chrysler badge I don't think has ever looked so good. Now, if you're wondering, well, what's the size of the rubber around this wheel, you're looking at 255 on the width, 40 series sidewall, and you'll notice how above the tire here, not only does it say Airflow, but I love the way they took that gray into the fender opening. Really great design on the wheel. Of course, when it comes to this concept, they're working on, battery location, all of that, and really what they want to try to obtain is that 400-mile range. That seems to be that sweet spot. I'm sure they're working on ideas for regen braking and a bunch of other new technology, especially when we talk about the interior. Even the way they did the braking with the Alcon system, with the Airflow there, looks really, really strong. And then working our way down, where are you going to charge it? Here is your charge port door. They took the name Airflow, stamped it right in there, and then you'll notice the beautiful copper accents. It's these little touches that I think is going to make this vehicle stand out, because I think a question a lot of you always ask me, if all the EVs are just powered by electric motors and batteries, how do you know that you're in a Chrysler? How do you know that you're in a Tesla? I think it's going to come from the style and the way the car makes you feel that makes you know you're in a Chrysler, especially when we talk about the interior. Now, unfortunately, we can't get to the interior with this being a concept, but it does have a full interior. And what they're really focusing on is making an oasis, an environment for each of the people, not just the people up front, but also the people in the back, to where you'll be able to have your screens. And I'm gonna have Lori try to work her magic the best way she can to show off all the screens illuminated in there. Love the unique shaped steering wheel, massive infotainment system. And from other Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep products and Ram products, what they're doing with the technology. So I can't wait to see how this is gonna transfer over into the vehicles that we drive. Now, coming down the side, the way that you just have the material up top coming towards the rear kind of flares out almost into a knife blade, and then you'll notice how that roof line just really drifts into the low roof spoiler. I like the way they've done this Airflow badging up top. So I'm gonna have Lori kind of come up on the ramp, and you'll notice where you normally see like a shark fin antenna, they got this beautiful Airflow badging, and that illuminates at night, looking real good. But that cypress copper color really, really stands out. Also, as we go into that rear fender, it's like you think Airflow, how it flows towards the rear, nice flared out rear fender. I'm gonna have Lori kind of come around and show how with the flush door handles, that just makes that Airflow possible coming down the side. There's that beautiful body line, like I was telling you, it flares out from that rear door into the rear fender. And then when you come to the lighting, just like up front, it extends all the way across, full LED. Love all the intricate design to the interior portion. And then as we kind of drop down a little bit, you're gonna notice the aero work that's been done to the rear. And then you have this massive rear diffuser area, which looks just stunning, and all your copper accents. So that's one of those things that with this vehicle, it's gonna be 2 electric motors, all-wheel drive, and we're gonna be looking at that range of 400 miles. Gonna be interesting to see where they take this. Will it come out in 2025 like many people are hoping? Will this be the actual electric vehicle that they bring to market? Nice to see at the New York Auto Show that they took a little different direction with that metallic black, with the copper accents. We're gonna keep walking around to kind of show you a 360, and I'm gonna have Lori kind of showcase the back. It's really great how you have the screens on the backs of the passengers, for the passengers there, to really provide a unique system. They're gonna have a camera that actually identifies who you are and then sets up all of your settings within the system. So just like with the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, with that Amazon Fire Stick technology, you're watching a movie, you could bring it in. Same thing here when you get behind the seat. The light interior works really well. You'll notice that crystal rotary control knob there. That's gonna be for the direct drive transmission. And then the steering wheel, just something very, very special. I think this is Chrysler's moment to shine and really make that comeback. They're gonna obviously stick with the Pacifica. We'll see what other vehicles they come out with, but boy, oh boy, this Airflow touching on the past, bringing the present and into the future as that concept vehicle, very, very sharp. But you know what? It's been wonderful to be invited by Chrysler to have this time. Let me know what you think. Have they done enough? Would you be happy to park this at work and then turn away and stare at it for a little while? Because remember, that's how you know you bought the right car, is how long do you stare in it at the parking lot. But you know what? We got to move on. So let me know in the comment section how you feel. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raity's Rides family. We got to give it up to the rock store. Lori working it like a champ. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.